Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for tuning in. So in today's video, we'll be talking about all things quarantine. In my previous video, I was telling you guys about my experiences like traveling to Germany and the fact that I had to quarantine for 14 days. Yes, 2 weeks. All in isolation, all in my room, all alone, surrounded by 4 walls. Oh yeah, 2 weeks. No, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. But that's the world we live in, right? We find ourselves having to quarantine either because we've been in close contact with someone who has tested positive, or because we have traveled to a different place and therefore you are required to quarantine, or maybe you are sick and you have to isolate. Question is, what do you do during your isolation time? Do you sleep the entire time? What exactly do you do? This is the reason why I actually thought of recording this video so that we can chat, but okay, this is what I did, this is what I found to be helpful for me, and based on my research as well, this is what I found to be working for other people as well. So if you want to learn more about this, if you want to hear more about this, please don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Alrighty, so let me first start by talking about my quarantine experience. First of all, I didn't plan for it. Okay, I knew that it was going to happen, but then I didn't have a plan as to what I was gonna do, what I was gonna get up to on a daily basis. I honestly didn't have a plan. And in hindsight, I'm like, you know what, girl, you knew this was coming, but don't have a plan, you know what I mean? So it's not always the case where you know that you're going to quarantine. Sometimes it comes as a surprise, and what do you do? Okay, so the first few days for me were very difficult in the sense that I didn't have a plan, like I've already mentioned. I was just like taking it easy, sleeping for like 9-10 hours. Miguel was just like relaxing and enjoying her life, and I didn't even feel guilt. I was like, I deserve it, but I've been going through a lot, trying to organize for traveling and all that, so I really deserved to rest and just take it easy. Cool. But then after a couple of days, I was like, so am I really gonna continue doing this until the end of 14 days? I don't think it's gonna work. And then that's when I started thinking about what to do. Cool. The first thing that I did, I think it was in the second week or towards the end of the first week of quarantine, I started resuming my exercise routine. Yeah, it had been long since I last exercised, and I kind of had to now, bring it back, bring that culture back, the culture of moving your body early in the morning and getting ready for the day. So it wasn't easy, it was challenging. Miguel was sweating and breathing like nobody's business. I was like, guys, the level of unfitness. Man, shit, it was tough. So yeah, I resumed that, and it was nice, man. I really felt like I was doing something, even though sometimes I wouldn't have like productive days, but because I had done my exercise in the morning, it would really feel like, I have achieved something, And because you spend a lot of time sitting down or just lying in bed, you do get tired of just doing nothing. So it really helped to like move my body. It really did, for your blood circulation and just to clear up your mind as well. And what I also introduced is stretching. Yes, so I also used to stretch in the evenings because I would sit down like the whole day, sit down and try to get some work done. And my thighs would be very painful because of being in one place for a very long time. So I started stretching, watching a few YouTube videos. Yo, guys, we see the way stretching is so underrated. Guys, stretching is powerful. It is so powerful, especially if you want to get more flexible, if you want to do it for flexibility or just to relax. Yo, there is power in stretching. So if you really want to get flexible, if you want to just relax, one way of doing it is through stretching. Oh yes. And I was also exposed. I also learned how inflexible I am. Hi, Shane. But then I told myself, wait again, I really enjoy doing this. So maybe I should do it on a daily basis. Well, I tried to be consistent, but then ever since the end of my quarantine, I've been struggling with consistency. So I am working on that, like try to incorporate it in my evening routine, which is something that I'm still working on as well. So yeah, the first thing that you want to try out when you're in quarantine is to move your body. So exercise, get your blood moving, get your body moving, and then also incorporate stretching for relaxation and flexibility. Now, moving on to the second thing, we need to connect with people. Like as human beings, we are wired to connect. Naturally, we are social beings, and if you have been in isolation for a very long time, it affects you mentally. Your mental health is affected because it's natural. We are wired to connect. And if you have the luxury of internet, then you can definitely use, apps like WhatsApp, FaceTime to still be in close connection with your family and friends as well. It really does make a difference. Well, it's not the same because you are not in person, but it's better than nothing at all. So make sure that you connect with people, you have catch-up sessions with your friends and family, and you're not alone. You are not alone. Well, personally, I enjoy my space. Guys, like I love my space. I'm so introverted in life, and I do enjoy my space. But then sometimes it gets tiring, sometimes you want to talk to people, sometimes you want to engage in conversations with your people. So one of the things that helped me was connecting with my people. I used to have like catch-up sessions with some of my friends, my family as well, my mom and my sisters. We're talking almost every day, and that really helped me a lot. So also make sure that you connect with people. Trust you me, it's absolutely important, especially for your sanity. Please stay connected. All right, cool. So the third thing that I would suggest that you do is to get organized. Oh yeah. So for me, it was easy in a way because I had just moved in. So I only had a few stuff, and I made sure that I always keep my room clean, because it also makes a difference, keeping your space clean makes a huge difference. So make sure that you stay organized, like you organize your place. And if it means also giving away other things that don't serve you anymore, like decluttering your space and with the sprinkly man, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, because there are things that we find out now we are keeping them, but they don't serve any purpose. So what's the point of keeping them? So such things you chuck them, you give them away, you donate them, and then you only left with things that really serve you and your interests. So that's also very important. And this one, I tried it, but I didn't finish because I got tired. Decluttering your phone as well. Guys, now I have a lot of pictures now. Yes, I do have a lot of pictures, and I know I'm not the only one. But then sometimes you have a lot of pictures, but some of them you don't really need them. Some are blurry, some are duplicates. like just spend time also deleting pictures, spend time deleting contacts that you do not need anymore, and many other things that you feel or not they are not necessary. It really, it does something. It really does something. Well, like I said, I started but I didn't finish, so I need to finish what I started. Yeah, so yeah, get organized and make sure that everything is in order. And this is not limited to decluttering your space, but also just sitting down and planning. Because the truth of the matter is that we don't always have things under control, especially when things don't go according to plan, right? So it's always good to come back, sit down and see, okay, what's the plan? Where are we? What's the way forward? That's what I did. Because when I moved here, I kind of felt like my life had spiraled out of control because there was a lot of things to deal with, and yeah, so I really needed the isolation period to gather myself, and just sit down, think, plan, organize myself and all that, and it really, really, really helped. So yeah, that's the third suggestion. Get organized. Yes. And then the fourth thing, which is I think the last, is to do something that you like. Do something that you like. And more that there are no limitations, just do what you like. But obviously it has to be an indoor activity. It can be reading. That's one of my hobbies. I love reading, and I spend time reading during quarantine. And so I'm very much old school. I prefer hard copies, and I didn't bring any hard copies because of luggage. My luggage was full, like it was packed, and I couldn't bring more things. Otherwise, I was going to exceed the required amount of weight. So I was like, okay, do I just fold my arms? Am I just going to fold my arms and say I don't have hard copies and therefore no reading? So I had to improvise, and I had to switch to audiobooks. So yeah, and that's what I did. I was listening to audiobooks and still continuing with my reading habit, and also soft copies as well. Yes. So some people, they enjoy writing, journaling. If that's your thing, do it. Go for it. And with journaling, it's good because that's where you get to express yourself. You express your thoughts, your experiences, you put them down. And yeah, it's such a beautiful thing to do, and I think it's one of the things that I really need to work on and cultivate in my life, because I know the benefits. But I do try it out and then stop, so I just need to work on being consistent. And yeah, so if you guys have any tips, please share. Thank you. Cool. And then things like cooking, if that's your department, listen, do your thing. If it's baking, go for it. Try out new recipes, new dishes. Do it, because you have all the time, right? Why not do it, right? And it's something that you love, so go for it. Yes. And then there are people who enjoy things like dancing, so if that's a thing, guys, do it. So there's a whole lot of things that you can do. You're the only one who knows what you like. You're the only one who knows what you enjoy. So during quarantine, use that time to also do the things that you enjoy. Probably don't even have time to do them when you are busy with other things, under normal circumstances. So this is your time to do them. And who knows, maybe you might also find that you have other hidden hobbies or talents, so also be adventurous and try out something that you've never tried before, and you'll be surprised. Life is full of surprises. So yes, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you. Yes, we do find ourselves having to self-isolate, and sometimes it's nothing it's something beyond our control. Like you don't plan to quarantine, but it's required. So what do? Are you just gonna allow your days to disappear just like that because you're in quarantine? I believe that those days are still precious and they can be used in a productive way. So you just need to have a plan. Of course, it's a different story if you're sick. You don't have the energy to do all sorts of things. But then as soon as you get better, maybe you can watch something that will uplift your spirit, pray, meditate. Oh, that's another important thing, feed your soul. If you are a Christian, quarantine is the best time to just pray and spend time with God. Pray, read the word, listen to music, just to uplift your soul and also have that special connection, that strengthen that bond between you and God. So that's one thing that one can do during this quarantine time, because there are less distractions and therefore you have more time to do the things that matter the most to you. Yes, so these are some of the things that kind of helped me to stay sane during my quarantine. So I hope that the suggestions will help you. They will keep you sane, and you will also have that mental calmness and clarity. And if you are in quarantine, I'm sorry, I know how it feels like. It's not a pleasant experience, but you can make the most out of it. Oh yeah? You can definitely make the most out of it. Take this as an opportunity to go within, do what you like, spend more time with God, get organized, read, connect with people, and don't forget to move your body. Yeah. Cool. Until next time, please keep well, keep safe, and keep healthy.